Do you want to learn how to make animations just like Iman Gadzhi in this really cool style? Today we will try to recreate a clip from Iman Gadzhi's video. Make sure to stay till the end of the video to receive project files.
He's going to show you exactly what to do in your first 100 days after you sign a client to ensure the maximum odds of success.
Firstly, we will make a new composition and put the settings around 1920 into 1080p composition, and then we will make a new solid or black color, and we need to make this as our first scene. Then we will import gradient ramp onto our solid layer and we will adjust the colors as you can see on the screen. Then we will import fractal noise effect and we will change the fractal type to dynamic and noise type to spinal and blending mode to multiply, and we will reduce down its opacity to around 20%. Then we will import our illustration elements and we will create a new null object to track their motion. Then we will bring back our all illustration element to the main composition, and then we will search for fractal noise and apply to on our main page operator, and we will change the settings to dynamic spinal and reduce down the opacity to around 20%. Then we will search for tint in the effect and presets and apply the color like little bit of dark white color. And then we will search for gradient ramp and put it onto our side layer, and we will adjust their anchor points, and then we will choose our colors just like that. And then we will search for glow effect and apply the glow settings like glow threshold to 20, glow intensity to 5 and glow radius to around 200. And we will apply these same settings to all the 4 components of the Illustrator layer. We will apply our page settings to the side layers also. Then we will search for CC vintage and apply this effect to the side layers, and we will adjust the settings a little bit, reduce down the angle of view and also the amount of CC vintage. And we will change the same settings to the left part also. Then we will bring back our map which is in the actual video, and we will reduce down its size and rotate it a little bit. Then we will search for fill and change its color to little bit dark white color, and then we will add on the elements in the map like tree, stone, ships, and we will adjust their size and put it onto the required place. And make sure to track match the map to all the elements. And for ship, we will firstly adjust its size, and we will search for tritone in the effect and presets and change the white color to little bit dark white. And we will make their copies and adjust their position in the map. And for the next scene, we will import our location PNG and adjust their size. And we will select our ellipse tool, and by clicking shift we will make a small circle of stroke width around 3 and color of white. And for applying glow to the location PNG, we will copy paste our previous settings. And then for making line shape, we will select the pen tool and we will make a rough sketch just like that. And then we will go into the shape settings, go into dashes and click onto the plus twice and we will adjust their settings a little bit, like decreasing the gap and increasing the dash layers. And then we will apply the same glue settings to the shape layer also, and then we will add trim paths and animate our whole shape layer by clicking stopwatch on to the end and reduce down it's to the 0 to 100. And then we will make our keyframes easy ease in and make the graph just like that. Then we will firstly pre-compose our left side of the map layer as left and right side named as right. Then we will pre-compose our whole middle layer named as map. And to animate out our map and for the animation of our whole letter, firstly we will search for crop, and by alt clicking we will own the transition completion and feather of all the crop settings. And firstly we will animate our left part. We will adjust their positions and put keyframes. And similarly we will animate our map by left and right crop settings, and by putting keyframes on 47%, changing their position, and again we will bring back their position to the original position and put the keyframes, and make the left and right crop animation transition to 0%, and make the keyframes easy ease in, and we will adjust the graph just like that. And simply we will do make easy ease the map keyframes and make the graph just like that. And we will write down the text which is in the actual video, and we will position it onto the right place, and we will adjust its size. And by selecting the whole text layer we will check out their font. Maybe we will choose Pristina font or Winner and ITC. Then in effect and preset we will search for drop shadow and apply it onto our text layer and increase the opacity to around 100 and distance around 8 and increase the softness to around 150. And we will copy paste our shadow twice. Then we will pre-compose our whole layers to be named as scene 1. Then for the next scene we will import our illustration layers and we will bring back them into our actual composition. We will create a null object and parent all the illustration layers to that null object, and then we will adjust their size and position, and then we will create a new adjustment layer, and in the effect and preset we will search for tint and we will change our white color in tint to little bit bluish, and we will reduce down the amount of tint to around 80%. And then for the animation of head we will use our puppet tool and we will make points just like that, and the puppet which is on the head layer we will make animation on that by selecting pin type to bend and alt clicking on the rotation and typing the expression of wiggle 1,10. And then we will pre-compose our hand layers and we will make animation on our hand layer. So we will again use the puppet tool, and for the animation in the puppet 3 again we will select pin type to bend and alt clicking on the rotation we will type the expression wiggle 1,5. And for our next scene we need to make a by using pen tool, we will need to make a shape. So we will make a shape just like that, you can see in the video. And we will increase the stroke width around 50, and we will change the stroke color to around bluish. You can see that you can copy the code of color, and we will go in the shape settings and stroke settings and change the taper settings to start length to around 50 and the end length to around 50. And then we will add trim paths, and we will make keyframes just like that. We will firstly make keyframes on the end from 0 to 100, and we will also make keyframes on the start from 0 to 100, just like that you can see in the video. And we will select all the keyframes and make them easy ease, and we will make the graph just like that. And then we will search for gradient ramp and put it onto our shape layer, and we will adjust their colors a little bit. And then we will search for glow effect and put it onto our shape layer, and we will change the settings to glow threshold to around 30 and glow intensity to around 5 and glow radius to around 50 to 60. And then we will pre-compose our whole scene 2 named as scene 2. And then we will make a new camera, one node camera, and preset you can use as 50mm lens. And then we can make our both scene layers to 3D, and we will adjust their position a little bit. And then we will animate our camera. We require zoom animations and the position animation. Firstly, we will need to make all the layers 3D, and then we will make some zoom animations and position animations. And we will adjust our settings, and we will make the keyframes as easy ease, and we will make the graph just like that. And you can adjust the settings according to your preference, and we will again make the keyframes easy ease and adjust the graphs a little bit.